Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You might have seen me on yesterday night for Hobbit. I'm saucy, but I'm not the one running the game today. Juesto likes to stay muted, so we're gonna respect that boundary. This is Juesto, a little bit of a storied runner in Lego stuff, Lego Builder's Journey, to my knowledge. I didn't have the most time to learn about this game, but I am here with commentary with the full script. I am very ready for Robots Adventure. We're all very ready. So, time Time starts when the fade in ends, if I remember correctly. You can tell me if I'm wrong or not. But ready to go? Westo, just drop a no mic if you're ready. Actually, you know what? Let me give a small exposition about the game. I've played this before. Lego Builder's Journey is just a really very cutesy point-click game, and this with a good bit of story. Robots Adventure is especially a very beautiful story. It is free DLC for this game, and my first time watching a
Yeah.
casual play, I did tear up a little bit. Oh yeah, what's up? You want to say
Three,
hello?
2, 1, go.
Okay, we are on. So right here, we're going to be starting off with clicking on these few boxes. In these boxes are the robot of the robot's adventure, being delivered to this joyful little kid. I believe it's a kid. And then it's going to bring him into the house. Of course, is what you do with any mail. Gonna start building this baby. Opening up the boxes, we're gonna get the basics assembled. You're gonna see this alarm go off, which I don't necessarily know why the alarm goes off, but soon after, we're gonna get a few more pieces. As you will see, we're gonna start to just essentially break down this little basement area. It's gonna grab a door off, also gonna get an antenna from the interior. From this, gonna get the lid for the guy. Doesn't need a top, but he has a lid. Gonna grab that shelf door, put it on. Then we're gonna have an antenna for the guy. There it is, and that's our robot. Lovely little fellow, and he's going... Ooh. We're gonna get a look inside him. You're gonna get a good handful of these sections where you connect the wires a certain way, and it makes an object. The robot is going to spit out an object, which you can use for future purposes, as we're gonna be walking through the game a lot of the times. You get solo robot, and you get robot with kid. Right here, we're building a skateboard, which if you saw those two valves, the green valve makes an object bigger, red one makes a thing smaller. So right now we have a smaller skateboard, because it fits on the kid. And then now, as the robot, we're just going to be making a couple of bridges, making a little couple of connections for this kid's adventure, because it's not just our adventure, not just us as the robot, we got the kid too to deal with. Gonna just connect bridges for just a teeny tiny bit. It's gonna, ooh, whoopsies on the fall down, it's gonna come back. But it's not just alone. We're eventually gonna come upon solo sections where it's just us as the robot. We're gonna be traveling around the area, seeing some various stuff. Ooh, what's this contraption here? The kid is now going to see the light of God and abandon us. Check that out. And as an unconscious being, we were not able to make it. So we're going to be doing a lot on our own. You're going to see a lot of these floating platforms here. It's going to be our main form of traversal between dioramas, otherwise known as each individual sections. So we just enter this little deserted area, broke a bunch of shit, because why not? And gonna simply head forth. Any moment of this run is a really good time to take in the environment. But now we have this green platform. We're going to have a couple of these green platforms, which open up the robot, allowing for us to build more stuff inside of the robot that we can use. For example, this little thing here, going to put that on top of that little pillar, opens that gate. Move on forward. You know, iconic thing, it's the big L. Gotta give props to the big L at all times. We love the big L. We will be back here soon. I will say that. We'll be encountering the big L more than once. We're back here down again for another green platform where we're going to build another little thing. We're going to be building a pink and a blue little thingamajig out of this thing. Because that little big battery looking transistor thing just changes the color of the objects when the wiring makes it there. Now we go on back. We needed those two little bones things. We needed the pink one to build this bridge. And then I do not immediately recall the blue one, but we are likely going to see the use for it shortly. We're going to see the use for it right here, actually, as we line up with that gate. Which we're going to come back to and then see it. But you will see, if you look at the gate on the right side, we're going to be replicating that, which is why we have the blue piece. Made the blue piece in a little bit of quickness. Doing big work. We're going to come across this other gate, but we have a little, we can veer off to the left, check out some more stuff, then we can come back around for it. Check out these little pyramids. I'd very much recommend not only playing the game if you haven't, but just watching. You don't gotta worry too much about the run. Game looks beautiful. Anyways, another connection section. If I remember correctly, we're making a green and a pink separate little bit for use at the gate we just moved to the left of. Which, you know, those other two things, that'd be for, you know, exploring and stuff, but we don't need that. We just need to finish the game. We're speedrunners. Always we'll be coming back around. Put the pink there. Put the green there. Oh, and we got it. Hang on, fourth, we got another greenie. I don't immediately recall what we're building in here. But as I mentioned before with... Oh yeah, we're building a bridge in here. Like I said before, with the green and red valves. We're just going to be using the green ones. We need to make that big brown platform because it is going to form a bridge for us a little bit back. But in fact, we're going to be going to one of these areas that we had just missed, came back around to the gate for. Actually, no, we're going to be using the bridge. Yes. Well, yes, we're going to be using that brown brick to make that bridge so we can actually move forward. Let's get it going. Another green platform. Let's see the insides. What are we going to be building? It's lagging a bit. Okay. We're essentially going to be making pieces of a little tower here because after this section, we're going to be coming up on a... rather than a gate, it looks a lot more like a garage door. We will be opening it with each of the pieces in here. Will take a bit of work to click, though. Yes. Yeah, you got it. Nice. But like I said, those pieces will be used for, not exactly later, but very shortly, in fact, where one of of the things we didn't take prior, we're now going to be taking because we need those pieces. We need those pieces in a little bit since, like I said before, we are going to be opening a little gate thing. Nothing too rough. Going to be opening that gate. Basically created the exact same as the one on the left of the garage door, and now we have access to the insides. Right here is going to be, you're going to start seeing this a lot more throughout the game, and it's the use of weighted puzzles. Now, weighted puzzle, it's exactly what it sounds. We're going to be using some pieces to weigh this thing down, the other thing up. Oh, there's the kid again. It's the kid. Build a little thing for him, and now he gets to fly back up with us. Not too much happens here, really. Not too much happens in the sky. Just go up. It's a nice spot. Now, we have another thing of weighted stuff here. We have this gate that we need to unlock through pieces within both sections, left and right of the gate. For here, we're just going to be grabbing some stuff here for the weight. We're going to use this as, if I remember correctly, this is used as counterweight on the pink. Yes. And I believe these weights have effects on aspects of each area. Yes, yeah. So now we have access to the green platform in this room. Now what we need to create here, I don't immediately remember. But throughout both of these areas, left and right of that gate. Okay, I recall. So that pyramid thing, if you remember to the left of the gate that we had just had to cross, those are two parts of it. Now we just need one more part from the left side that it's essentially the light of it, the battery of sorts for that thing. You see the bright yellow of that left side lock. Now drop by the left. Which we don't even need to think too much about. We're just going to run straight to the green, build the baby battery, and we're ready to keep going forward. It's not too deep. Another thing I hope you have all been noticing is that these are all getting a lot more complex. For the first... Wait, let me see if I'm remembering things correctly. I believe you needed to get one of the green valves out of the way, yes. Yep. So we're just using that little baby piece as the last little bit to rebuild the lock. And the robot has essentially been inventory for us the whole game. You see him spit it out. There's our battery, and there's our lid. We now have access to beyond. Excuse me. Another very simple weighted puzzle. You don't need to think too hard for this one. Take them both down and head to the floater. Wait, it's the kid. And another robot? What's going on here? We're going to be grabbing a piece up top before we get enraged that the kid's cheating. And as you will see pretty shortly here, along with, seeing certain circuit boards connect, we have just come on, happen. We have just murdered this robot in a cold wiring, cold copper. But these few sections here are essentially circuit boards. We're gonna be doing circuit boards. The thing you saw us grab up top, we will also be utilizing. And I believe the last circuit board. And I recall, yes, we do have this one more before it. you did have the option to use the thing to put the two. That piece has 2x2 bottoms, which you could have put them on the same in that middle. You could have put that big piece in the middle spot, put one orange on top of it, and it would have lit up the whole thing. And we do it again. 4 out of 4. I don't even know what it means. Oh god, it's stuck. It's stuck. Oh, what's happening? Oh no. The kid and robot have fell. They fell down, but I don't think they're dead. Hope not. Yeah, this guy's fallen pretty far. I don't think he's. Yeah. Okay, there's a fair chance he could die, but oh, he's not. Anyways, also he's not even broke at all. Look at him. Anyways, this is a. I'd like to call this place kind of a debris. Well, once was. I believe this is part. I believe these are still parts of an active and functioning factory, but it's kind of the wastelands of it, in a way, shape, or form. We're going to be heading over here to grab something to weigh down. So now we're about to go back and put on a 2x2. You see that orange 2x2? We're weighting it down. You saw it lifted us up. Now we're just going to be on our merry way all the way back and heading forth to what if I remember correctly, we're just going to be heading forth to the factory doors. Oh, never mind. No, we need that brown board for a little bridge that we're going to make. But and I believe the second ever area we came across in this section. Just going to make a little connection, which we're surely going to be up to the door of a factory. Yes, to build a bridge here. And now we can run. Isn't it? It's kind of just awesome how the hoppiness of the guy. Now we got to go back, grab that bridge again, take it from its place. It's like we're kind of assholes for that, if you think about it. But now we got to use that bridge again. Use it for right here. Anyways, we're gonna. Things lagging a little bit. Okay, now we're down here where there's a gate, a lever-looking thing, and a 2x2 we gotta replicate that thing on. Heading onto the green platform to build all the stuff that we need to replicate. It's gonna be about a minute to 2 minutes or so of going back and forth on the green, but between getting back on the green platform and placing down a piece. I don't have too much to say here. You need 2 variants of the piece on the bottom and 2 variants of the piece you see at the upper level to replicate. Need the 2 bigger pieces, the two smaller, because the smaller piece makes the connection up to the battery, and of course also just makes the battery when you make it small. Oh yeah, also make them brown. You get to make them brown. These are the tougher puzzles of RA. I'm gonna say that. Then we'll use that played yellow piece. Jump right back in. We're gonna make the blue battery. Which is gonna open that gate. Get it out of the way. Essentially. And there is our battery. Our little light. So, just keep going. Head on down. Down into the depths. We're gonna grab this little antenna piece, then we're gonna break through more walls. I don't know why he didn't break through the wall. It's kind of a dick move to just wait till now. Oh, there's the kid's back. The kid's back. You see that alarm? Break it. Break through the wall. Now with the antenna, just gonna put that down there. That ends it. I don't know why. It just does. Now we're here for a little cutscene where the guys kind of go through the factory. It's pretty cutesy, but unfortunately no music due to content ID shenanigans. And with Fall Down, we travel the world with the kid for a while. Notice for a while. Oh, and there's that similar contraption we saw a while ago. I don't know what the kid could be saying. He could be expressing his desire to go back in, or he could be yelling, "Don't go." Something along those lines. Oh, and here's this. Oh, no, don't take Robot Jones. Don't, no. And he took Robot Jones. He stole Robot Jones from us. Fuck that guy. No, not even that guy. Fuck the machine. Anyways, we have no legs now, so we kind of just gotta roll around as a square. Do our little thing. We're also here at the bottom with this factory worker that we saw in the cutscene. We're going to use some of the things around us to build a little platform for the factory guy. Now we're going to be coming back in here. We are actually going to be building a fan. That fan from up right, we're using that as the build. And you might notice this guy's breaking. He just fell down from, not necessarily, he fell down from the heights of heaven into the depths of hell. He's pretty wrecked up. But after building all that and putting the fan onto the platform, we have taken the factory man up to safety. And now goes our antenna. We're gonna take a crack at building one more thing, doing another build before we get out of here. And it's a fan for ourselves. Ah, ah, I'm staying alive, staying alive. Ah, ah. I'm staying alive, staying alive. Anyways, gonna move on. Thank you, Mortis. We're gonna be moving on to this little cutscene here. A parent and their child. They're gonna build the little thing. What that thing is, I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of missile-shaped, rocket-shaped, antenna-shaped. It could be taken as many things, honestly. If we place the antenna onto... Oh, huh? Oh, no. The parent has to go to work, or the parent has to do something pertaining to this robotic arm. But they gotta go. So, they head off. Put the antenna on top of the missile, the rocket, the communication satellite, on top of our thing. Now, this kid's gonna head down. You know, do you see that white and gray there? That's very reminiscent of a good friend of ours. Time will be coming up very shortly. I will count down. It's a perfect fitting bottom for the friend we've had the whole time, Robot Jones. Now, once it's finished being built, once the antenna is placed, that is time. Need to put the top on top. Place there, get the door on. And 3, 2, one time. Place it. It's a lovely game. Yeah. Lovely game, lovely story, very cutesy, but that just goes for the entire game, not just Robots Adventure. I'd recommend this casually to anyone, and if you wanna fuck around and ball, maybe try running it. World record's over a year old. Somebody could hop in, you know? Don't have much else to say besides that. I don't have any shout outs. Juesto, do you have any shout outs? Let me see. No mic. Okay, it seems Juesto has no shout outs, so yeah, that's about it. Y'all have a good one, and good luck to Eli on the Rack 2 run. Got the thing switching.
Hell
Transition.
yeah.